It is main event time, and it is for the COEW Wrestling Heavyweight Championship. Good enough. And it is the challenger coming out first, Damian Priest, who won his number one contenders by being in the COEW Wrestling Showcase Fatal 4-Way, to then winning the COEW Wrestling number one contenders match with Ilya Dragunov, and is now looking to get the win here. Damian Priest getting cheered from the crowd there. I just saw the announcer teleport out of the ring with my bare eyes. And Damian Priest, if he keeps that dominant streak that he had with Ilya Dragunov, he could be champion by the end of tonight. We could have ourselves a new champion. But if he doesn't, then Jim might retain here tonight, and he will be going to Bella Fortuna as the COEW Wrestling Heavyweight Championship holder. These two men are looking to either retain or earn their gold. And honestly, I am pretty excited to see who will win here tonight, because this is going to be a great caliber main event match, if anything. And I'm here all for it. And our next opponent coming out here now is the man known as the COEW Wrestling Heavyweight Champion, JIM, or simply, if you know how to, if you have brain cells, Jim. And he is marching down to the ring with the COEW Wrestling Heavyweight Championship around his waist, working so hard to keep that title around him at all times. Jim, being a former world champion, former hardcore champion, has been the belt collector for so long, and he is sticking by that name even now by having a hold of that title. However, he did lose to Kazuchika Okada in his last match in COEW Wrestling, so it is on a negative momentum. Could he pick it up here tonight against Damian Priest? We hope so, because if not, he's losing to Priest and he's losing the title. But Jim is confident. He never loses confidence. He's never worried about anything. He has beaten beasts. He's beaten against main stars, and he's established himself as one of the key players in COEW Wrestling. And he's ready for a fight, if ever. Now guys, looking at Damian Priest on the outside there, ready for a fight. And now the belt is going to be handed off to the referees to show to the both participants the COEW Wrestling Heavyweight Championship.
Introducing the challenger from New York City, weighing in at 249 pounds, Damian Priest.
All rise for Damian Priest.
And his opponent from Florida, weighing in at 200 pounds, the men's action heavyweight champion.
Look at him, he's looking at that belt real quick, being like, look at this that I have around my shoulders. And giving the title to the referee. The referee showing it to Priest. And now it is time for COEW Wrestling Heavyweight Championship to be on the line. Priest. Jim. Let's get this shit on the road. Right now. It is your main event. And Jim immediately going around back of Damian Priest there. Damian Priest knocking into the referee there, probably saving him from being in the corner for just a few seconds. But Jim, oh no, German suplex into the bottom turnbuckle. That is not a good place for Damian Priest to be in. And Jim going into that ruthless aggression. Jim having way more aggression than Damian Priest does, which is actually surprising in that regards. As we have seen that Jim is ruthless in the ring. He is cutthroat to the end. He will not break the rules, but he will make sure that those rules allows him to deal as much damage as he possibly can. Damian Priest looking for the technical abilities there. Damian Priest does have the reach advantage. He does have the height advantage against Jim, but Jim is a scrappy fighter. He will fight to the very end against anyone, as literally what his shirt says, fight anyone, Jim. And that is exactly what's happened. He will fight anyone, and he will fight any way possible to stay in the fight. And a quick jump onto the outside, onto his knees. Immediately a referee counting to 2. Jim getting back into the ring again, obeying the laws of the referee, of the official. But Jim doesn't mind getting outside and playing dirty if needs be. He doesn't want to break the rules, but like if they break the rules first, it's fair game. And a quick clothesline to Damian Priest as well. Damian Priest was suckering out Jim a little bit there at the 5 count. And now Damian Priest looking to dish off some offense. But quickly being sent in the ring. Damian is also following suit. Following into the ropes quickly with an elbow strike straight to the face. Elbow strike straight to the gut of Jim. And now looking to hit a double drop kick into the spine. But that didn't work. DDT onto the canvas by Jim. Jim looking to go underneath one. Only a 1 count though happening right there. Looking for possibly another strike was going to happen. And now suicide dive over the top. Suicida over into Damian Priest, holding on to his lower back there. Immediately just trying his hardest to take down the big man. Using his whole body. Not letting Damian Priest have any breathing room. Probably a smart idea, but Damian Priest again with that lariat takes down Jim. Damian Priest now throwing Jim into the stairs, which didn't really work there. Stomp to the arm. Now screaming and being like, right now. Into the crowd. 6 count by the referee. He needs to win by pinfall or submission, so countouts isn't going to be great. But Jim getting them both back into the ring. He wants to win by pinfall or submission himself. But Damian Priest, if he loses by DQ or a countout, he's not going to win the title. He needs to win it in the ring. And at the moment, Damian Priest is more focused on taking Jim outside the ring to dish out some damage. Now some quick strikes over the hand. Again with another right hook. Jim throwing Damian Priest into the barricade. Lifting up Damian. Double axe handle straight to the spine. 3 count by the ref. Now thrown into the steps. Not steps, the table. 5 count by the referee, smashing head into the announce table, kick to the knees. Now thrown into the corner. 7 count by the ref. Damian Priest quickly getting back in the ring. 8. And now Jim in the ring, putting Damian Priest on the ropes. And now Jim looking for a move to the outside. And another suicide dive taking down Damian Priest. Launching himself over the ropes and just keeps launching himself at Damian Priest all the time. He's trying to make sure that he is down for the count. And a quick clothesline sending Damian Priest outside the ring. I swear if he's going to do another suicide dive... Oh no, he lets him get back into the ring, but then quickly takes down the head. Oh, throws him into the ropes. Ducks underneath. Goes up. Oh, going in for a German suplex. Nope, Damian Priest goes round. And Damian Priest headbutts to the back of the head of Jim. His bald ass head. And a quick jumping elbow straight, taking down Jim. Jim trying to get over into the corner from Damian Priest. Oh, 3 taps there. Going in for the pinfall. 1, 2, and a kick out 2. Lifting up, going in for a jawbreaker. That did not work for Damian. Whippersnapper by Jim, taking down Priest. Looking in for the cover. 1, 2, and a kick out 2, but just barely there. Priest still groggy as all. Oh, now looking for the double underhook pile driver. We saw this earlier with Omega. We're now going to see it with Jim, and that did not work. Quick clothesline takedown. Jim quickly rolling through, going to throw into the ropes, but that did not work. Going to be taken to the outside, and Priest slighting his in his throat like the Undertaker, or as the internet would call him, the Cuntertaker. Now looking for a suplex down into the apron. Not into the apron, but into the floor. Stomp on the arms. And now stomp to the back. Now trying to pop out that shoulder real quick. An elbow choke straight to the knee right there, to the back of the knee there of Jim. Going in for the cover there for like a 2 count. But the back of the knees of Jim is very wounded by Damian Priest. Now looking for the South of Heaven chokeslam. Nails it into the canvas. This could be it. This could be the victory that Damian Priest needs to become COEW Wrestling Heavyweight Champion. But Jim with a kick out off of the rip. Kick to the back, and now Damian Priest looking for a kick to the spine of Jim. Jim going to the outside now. Jim very wounded. South of Heaven chokeslam took him down a little bit. And now quick punch to the face, looking to stun him over to the outside of the ring. Again, Damian needs to get him in the ring in order to beat him, but maybe doing some more damage out here could be done. The Razor's Edge was what put away Ilya Dragunov. Maybe he wants to hit the Razor's Edge out here. Who knows? And a quick drop kick to the side there. Brutal from Damian Priest. And Priest sending in the ring. Jim. And just stepping on his spine there. His lower back. And just crushing it with his boot every time. Now quickly, Jim slapping on the hand, kick to the gut. Looking to possibly hit a big move there, but Priest with a jumping forearm springboard of his own, taking him down. Going in for the cover. 1, 2, and a kick out at 2. Priest is working hard to take down the champion right now. Now going on top, what is he planning to do? Oh, trying to go overhand strike, but Jim managed to get through quickly with a beautiful drop kick, getting hold of it, and fired up by the audience. Now throwing him over into the ropes, ducking underneath. Ducking underneath again, and then quickly throwing Damian Priest over him. Jim, this could be the adrenaline that he needs to get back into the fight, looking for the double underhook power driver that he hit so many people in the past, and also to retain the title, which he does. Could this be it? That might be too close to the ropes. The referee doesn't think it's a rope break. 1, 2, and a kick out at 2 from Damian Priest. South of Heaven from Damian Priest to Jim did not end it. And now, in this scenario, which is Jim hitting the double underhook pile driver wasn't it. And Jim being a little bit too cocky there after getting his finisher in. Damian Priest immediately getting up and landing some elbows into the spine. Damian Priest looking for a quick just drop down there, almost like a stun gun. 1, 2, and a kick out at 2. Both men are nearly on the brink of losing. They need to hit that one big move in order to get the victory here. And so far, Priest with his own suicide dive now, taking down Jim, who earlier in the night had landed a few on, like, earlier in this match, not in the night, just a few onto, like, Damian, and now Damian is working on Jim on the outside again. A quick stomp to the nose. Knee strike. I think that may have broke his nose. I am unsure. We need to see the cut on Jim, but it is very difficult to see on camera. But the nose of Jim might be broken on Damian Priest's knee. No, Jim. Yeah, that is blood on the nose. I don't know if that's where the blood is coming from, but I do know that nose is a little bit more red than it was before. Yep, that is definitely blood coming from the nose. And quickly, Jim with a splash of his own. Priest getting out of the way, trying to get a little bit of distance in, trying to throw him into the ropes, trying to wear him out energy-wise. And then again with the same tactic, dropping him down on his face, looking in for the cover. 1, 2, and a kick out at 2. Again, you need to hit a big move, Priest. That is the one thing you need to do. Hitting the South of Heaven again. Maybe your Razor's Edge. Just something to take him, or a Tombstone. That works too. Jim, no, it isn't. Jim just going fueled by it, stepping up again, and immediately just stomping in the corner repeatedly. Blood coming down his nose from where he got kneed into it, and he is just working on Priest. Stomp on the back, and Priest going to the outside here. Maybe Jim is looking for another suicide dive by the way it's positioned. Nails it once again, grabbing hold of his backside again because that is still doing damage to him, and is now just on the ground and pound on the outside. Just trying everything you can think of to beat the brakes of a Priest. And now again just with a bunch of strikes on the outside. And throws him. I was trying to throw him into the corner there, but that didn't really work. Electric chair drop onto the steps. Oh no! Priest just rolling around with his head, like grabbing his head there. This could be a count-out victory by Jim. I don't think Jim would go for the count-out victory, but it might be it. It's a 9 count by the ref. I don't think Damian can get in the ring, and Jim has retained the COEW Wrestling Heavyweight Championship by a count out. We hate to see that as the result, but Jim had won after dropping Damian Priest's head on the steel steps. Congratulations to Jim for still being your champion here tonight, and thank you everybody for watching COEW Wrestling. We will see you next week in COEW Wrestling for episode 5, and have a nice day, have a nice life, have a nice whatever, and I shall see you all later.